fishing is a fun sport that you can partake in. It can be fun for you. It can also bring free food, and some people rely on this skill to survive. I like fishing because our grandparents take us to trips every year to a lake around August. So here I will tell you how, when, and why to fish. First of all, you need a license if you are 16 or over, at least here, maybe get in other places. So why do some people fish? Some is for conservation. They want to protect and help the environment, and they fund different organizations that help with that. Some is a stress relief. Some can be social bonding, fishing with family members and getting close together. It can also be overpopulation management for fish that may be invading species. It can also be healthier because you're getting actual real fish or fish instead of getting them from supermarkets and stuff. Some people prefer over other jobs like offices and chores in the house. It can also be self-fulfilling, and again, free food, lots of fishing. And for some, it's a thrill, like when you're catching very big fish. Information came from the Virginian government website. Now, when to go fishing, according to what's it called, technique fishing. Fishing gets sluggish in the heat. They are cold-blooded, so if it's cold, it's not good, so don't fish at extreme temperatures. Fish will swim deeper if the water gets hotter, so it'll be harder to bite. So it's best in the morning and or night or evening to go fishing. Weather will also effective. Wind can push food to other areas to draw fish there. It increases before cold fronts and storms and during warm fronts. Light rains will wash bugs in the water can be a good time, or when it's cloudy. Fishing calendars are recommended to know exactly when fishing is. There is an app that's available. You can also get physical maps. Cloudy, the morning, cloudy. You can also just ask experts who know some stuff about fishing. And how to fish. Got these from Outside Online and Discover Boating. You need to have the right hooks and baits. So research what fish you are fishing to see what they like. You will eat frogs or some of these things. You also need right hook sizes, because some fish are bigger than others. Also get the right poles, because some poles are stronger than others, depending on how big the fish is or how strong. You can also read the water to tell where fish are. Some fish swim around reeds or down trees and shores, and could also be off-way drop-offs in some areas. You also need strong fishing line that can also hold strong fish. Bobbers can also be helpful because they float above the water, and when the fish bites, it will sink. It would be good to know how to tie different knots onto the hooks we use, and also how to use different poles because they're different shapes and sizes, and they have different ways of casting the lines or rolling them up. Also, when trolling, which is when you're pulling the fishing lines while driving a boat, you'll be wise to use a fishing lure that mimics a swimming fish. And if you're fishing for the first time, it's probably best to go to a lake instead of the ocean. Lakes are also better, sometimes rivers. And when a fish bites, to know if it's biting, the pole will jerk down very quickly and suddenly. And you just pull the fish up, pull the pole up, and it should hook the fish. It needs to be hooked in the mouth, so that where the best place is, not to throw her any lower. And try not to pull or reel in the fish too roughly or hard. The fish, if it's strong, can break the pole of the line. Or you could rip the fish's mouth and lose the fish. and maybe even the hook. And if you're fishing near other people, try to be respectful of their space and what they're doing, and don't throw your hook near them because it could cause injury. Be careful with your tools so you don't hook yourself or mess up the line or drop something. Stay safe and careful. So, there's the basics on fishing. And just do your own research as well on what areas you're going to, what fish you're going after. Make sure you get the right tools and also be safe and resourceful for whatever reason you may be going. Then you will need a license, 16 or older, in this area. And there you go. Here's the website too.